Melvo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and today is a very special episode in which we defend our good friend Grimm from YouTube. Now, Grimm has tuned into a lot of the streams that we've done on the Crows of Judgment before. He has his own YouTube channel. I suggest you check it out. Link will be in the description. But Grimm can be a bit of a dick, right? And he was being a bit of a dick one night when he tweeted this at Creepshowart. Maybe go back to being a good person like when you were homeless and actually cared. Now, this blew the fuck up. And as you can see, the account he was tweeting at is no longer exists. Don't worry, we'll talk about that one in a little bit. But Grimm then followed up with, "Tonight I was mean and started a war with the commentary community. I talked about at Creepshowart, who's no longer there, being homeless before, and big fucking oops, LOL, people got mad, be humble." Now, I want to be very clear here, right? Grimm took a shot at Creepshow. People are saying that he was making fun of her for being homeless. No. He was calling her a bitch now that she has money, and saying that she was a nicer person when she was homeless. If you want to say that that's him speaking negatively about being homeless, it kind of sounds like he was saying that she was a better person when she was homeless, which sort of seems like a positive outlook on homelessness. But I don't know. This is Twitter where everyone's a fucking moron. Now, Creepshowart didn't really appreciate that, and then Rev actually on Twitter pointed this out. This was her talking about Chris Hansen, right? Do you remember Chris Hansen? Chris Hansen is kind of hated by a lot of the people in the Onision thing because Chris Hansen jumped in, made a fuck ton of money, gained a ton of clout, and is still milking that cow like crazy. And of course, Creepshowart is good friends with Repzion, who is very upset that Chris Hansen didn't keep his promises to him. So, of course, she brought up the fact that started talking about, his wife slash fiance, not the one he cheated on, is harassing victims and talking shit. I'm blocked. So it kind of sounds like she's okay making things personal, when someone fucks with one of her friends. But let's talk about the commentary friend group, right? Now, I'm not going to highlight tweets from Repzion and Repzilla because I've done a ton of content on those two. We all know Repzilla accused one of his main critics, a very, very small-time YouTuber, of doxing and stalking him. We all know that he also accused a woman that did not want to travel to Tennessee to suck his little pickle in a fucking trailer park of stalking and doxing. And we all know Repzion, who said, what was it again? Something about how, oh yeah, he had black neighbors once and that was just like being in Africa. I'm not going to talk about those two individuals who decided to jump on this train because I think on this channel we pointed out that they're both fucking trash. But let's talk about some other people. Bo Blacks, right? Part of the Goon Squad, apparently, right? So he put, "Tonight I was mean, started a war, yada yada." And Bo Blacks jumped in to say, or you could just not be an asshole. Right, Bo Blacks? Let's not be an asshole. Except, oops, oh wait. Bo Blacks then decided to retweet this, right? Is this you? Right? Because in the context of what he said to Creepshowart, it was very important that Bo Blacks tried to paint Grimm as being a supporter of child exploitation. Except, Bo Blacks, famed Twitterverse researcher, apparently didn't check the fact that the video that he had uploaded to YouTube was done about 3 weeks before the Cuties movie even came out. And my good friend Origami then pointed out that after the movie came out, Grimm actually did a follow-up, and let's just play the clip.
About this whenever everything was going on, when everybody was all pissed off, I was right about the fucking motives of this movie, and they do try and do some good things. But then again, holy shit, was I wrong also, because they really do contradict themselves, because even though they're talking about don't sexualize kids, they sexualize kids in this goddamn movie. But anyways,
So let's think about that, right? Bo Black saying, hey, let's not be an asshole here, then went ahead and retweeted out to all of his followers that, hey, Grimm supports the movie Cuties, right? With a video that he did prior to the movie coming out because, famed Twitterverse researcher apparently didn't realize that there was another video on his channel that's more recent in which he criticizes the movie for exploiting children. But whatever. I mean, yeah, that was just oopsie doopsie. Just a fucking oopsie doopsie from the Goon Squad, right? Or how about this, Nicholas Diorio? Sorry, I know you deleted a ton of tweets in relation to this whole Creepshowart thing, but I do think this is important because, you know, I've said it before, I like Nicholas Diorio's content. Hey, I even like the Bo Black's archives through Twitter. Let's be honest, I do enjoy them. But how's this, right? They're arguing, I believe, over Tommy C, right? And Tommy is still a house husband, LMAO, and your dad is dead. Right? Nicholas Diorio bringing up someone's dead father who was kidnapped and murdered, right? To win an argument, right? Not, oh, dude, like, you were a nicer person before your father died, which actually would have been pretty fucked up, right? But, like, come the fuck on. So if you haven't figured out the point of this video, it's to just call out how hypocritical the fucking commentary community is, and which they're not actually going after Grimm because what he said was wrong. They went after him because he took a shot at their good buddy Creepshowart, you know, who's a member of the Friends Circle, who they're all writing for fucking content right now because they're hung up on that without a crystal ball drama, right? So, you know, they absolutely can't have people taking shots at her. She's the fragile little victim. She needs protection from, what would you call a group of men who surround a woman who acts bad and y'all just wait? Oh, yeah, simps. A group of fucking simps, right? Good job, commentary community. Or how about Augie RFC, right? Who responded to this saying, how old are you? Right? Oh, Augie fucking got Grimm right there. Or how about this? Eat a dick. I don't know why I'm tagged in this, but you can cry me a river. You called me out originally, and I responded. I think he must be referring to something else, but, you know, if I cared about money above all else, I would have sucked your dick for donations. Instead, I told you to fuck off. Yeah, I believe after Grimm put in a $500 dono to Augie, Augie then went onto his channel and did a video about Grimm to all of his audience rather than, I don't know, just talking to the dude who just gave you $500. Hey, Augie, I wonder, if you were so upset with Grimm, did you maybe, you know, refund him the money? Right? I'm just curious, you know, but whatever, Augie, you know, whatever, because, you know, you're also like one of the moralistic, great men, right. Nick, this fat slut has an OnlyFans to run. She doesn't have time to back up her bullshit. Leave her alone, man. Oh boy. Or how about this? I think this is a video in which you imply someone is autistic and then ask them if they graduated from high school. Because, you know, making jokes about how people are autistic is right up there with high moral standards. I believe you also like to call people gay, too, as like a little jab, because that's not immature at all. Like, how old are you, dude? Right, you stupid bitch. Or how about this? You're currently with the Goon Squad dogpiling another YouTuber. And hey, I've actually said I think this guy is wrong for calling y'all racist, right? But your response to this dude saying that he came to America when he was 12 from Brazil is, okay, if you aren't white, then say the N-word. Hispanics can use it, right? Because I guess he's not dark enough to qualify as Brazilian because, you know, Brazil is a very tiny country and everybody there is of the same skin complexion, right? Right, Augie? They usually say when your enemy's making a mistake, don't interrupt them, right? But you just like went all in when he called you out for being a racist. I think maybe one of the smartest things you could have done is shut your fucking mouth because people were on your side, and now they're on his side going like, "Whoa, dude, Augie, what the fuck do you mean?" but it's okay, you know, just more morals from the fucking commentary community and not hypocritical at all. Not hypocritical at all. Now let's talk about Creepshowart, right? I saw this from her. Deactivated Twitter. Had someone throw my past trauma in my face as a way to win an argument, and it triggered me. in a way that I have never felt before. For those of you who don't know, homelessness left me with a lot of mental scars, and while I've been open about some, I haven't talked about others. I deal with a lot because of it, notably PTSD and agoraphobia. I don't mean like, ooh, ooh. I'm so quirky, I like to stay in and introverted. I mean going outside genuinely scares me. Even before lockdown, I hadn't been outside in months. I am working to improve that and try to get better. But it's a huge fucking struggle, and I don't talk about it because it's not funny to me. I haven't gotten past it. It's a constant thing, and I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't realize having it thrown in my face in an online argument would hurt me the way it did, or I would have never talked about it. And I know I can't expect people to know boundaries, right? Because saying that you were nicer when you were homeless was absolutely someone throwing that you were homeless in your face and mocking you for it, right? And you don't talk about you being homeless. Oh, except for this video that had 221,000 views on your channel that was posted last year saying Surviving Homelessness Episode 1, because you're going to do a series about it, right? And then you actually did an Episode 2, right? Because this was supposed to be a series, but this only got 35,000 views, so you were like, well, fuck that noise, and decided, I guess I'm not going to actually talk about this anymore, because the first video is the one that gave me all the sympathy views, and then everybody knows I was homeless now. And the second one didn't do too well, so, God, I'm not going to be talking about that anymore. Maybe those were the mental scars she was referring to. She thought that she had this great series ideas for videos, right? She'd go back, dip into that well, and then the second video totally bombed, and then it was just like, ooh, oh boy. But you know what? I think Grimm summed it up pretty well over here. Zing, I did a fucked up thing, and I knew it would hit you, and I apologize. But I meant it in a good way. I said you should be more like your old self. You are a cunt now. And that's true. Creepshowart is a terrible person. She's absolutely one of the fucking mean girls right now. She doesn't care about what she talks about. She absolutely drags people. She just is an awful human being. It's got nothing to do with her formerly being homeless. In fact, when she was a homeless person, she was nicer. She had a more unique take on things. Now, you know, when Repzion drags a minor and accuses a minor of spreading CP online, her response when people ask her, hey, can you talk about this, is to go, Repzion is a member of my clique. Block. Right? You remember doing that, Creepshowart, right? So again, the commentary community, or at least all these big names in the commentary community, bunch of spoiled bitches. They do much worse things than Grimm has ever done. They don't give a shit about any of the stuff that they talk about. They will drag anyone who criticizes them, right? When Steve DeLive made fun of Augie, his response was to retweet a photo of Steve DeLive and call him the face of the anti-O community, which is cute, right? Bo Black's trying to imply that Grimm might support child exploitation by pulling up a video about the Cuties film that was made prior to the release of the Cuties film, because, you know, that had moralistic standards. Nicholas DeOrio bringing up someone's dead father to win an argument, or literally any of the shit that comes out of Augie's mouth, let's just be honest.